Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Harika. So in this video, I am going to show you how actually we can create the assets. So let me just go to the connector guide. So if you see, we have already seen all of these things in our videos earlier, where we were doing the authentication, then getting all the folders and starting the job in the classic folder and also starting the job from the modern folder. And we've also seen enough videos on the queues, how we can create a queue item and how we can get a queue item. So these are the multiple things that we've seen on the queue items. So now let's go ahead and explore the remaining concepts that we have on the Orchestrator API via Postman using this particular things. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how we can actually create an asset. So for that, I'm just going ahead with the same drill that we were following. So I'm going to copy this particular URL. And if you see, it just needs this particular information that has to be given as an input, right? So as usually, I am going to provide this input in the Postman. So I'm going to take a request, and here I'm going to give this particular URL, and we all know that I should replace it with my particular tenant ID. So for that, I'm going to copy it till here and paste it over here. So once after that is done, it's a what type of request, that is most important, we have to check it. So if you see in the connector guide, so this is kind of our blueprint. You can just reciprocate and replicate everything whatever is there on this particular site. So we are going to create an asset, so it's a post request. So let's go ahead and change this to post. Okay, so once after that's done, what else is the mandatory information that needs to be provided as an input? So header, it's an application JSON, so that's fine. And we have to provide the body. Okay, so this is the body that we need to provide it. And also if you see, we also have to provide the organization unit ID. So let's copy this organization unit ID and go to headers, providing that information. So this basically deals with like which in which folder you wanted to create the asset. So we all know that we have the information of that particular asset folders, right? So let's say if you want to create in the modern folder, this will be the ID. So just copy it and go to the asset and paste it over here. Okay, so we wanted to create the asset in the modern folder. So what I'm going to do, let me go to my orchestrator. So I'll just pause my screen for a while and I'll be back with my orchestrator tenant. So here I am in this tenant, and as you already know that we have created folders and we've got the folders and everything from this particular orchestrator. So here I am going to in the modern folder, I'm going to create the asset. Okay, so if you see, I don't have an assets right now. In the default I have assets. I have all these assets, but now what I'm going to do in the modern folder, I'm going to create the assets. Okay, so for that, okay, if my Postman is here. So I have given the ID that I am pointing to the modern folder. So if you don't know how to get that particular ID from your folder, please do watch the previous videos, and also I'll link that particular videos link here in the video. You can just click on this link and it will help you to navigate to that particular video and go check out that video. Then you can get the ID of that particular folder. So you can just provide in the ID here. So once after that's done, we have seen that there is also necessity to provide the body of the particular context. Okay, so just go over here and give the body as raw and change this to JSON. Okay, because it's of type JSON. So just copy this. So this means I wanted to create an asset which the name of the asset is Caesar. Okay, and the value is the scope of that particular thing is global. So we all know there are two different types of assets, right? So let's go here and create it manually. So we have global and value per robot, right? So you can just have to provide here the information in the body whether it's the scope of that particular asset is global or not, and if it's a text or not, and what type of the value of that particular asset it is. It's a text or boolean or integer or a credential, so it's of a text, and I wanted to provide this as the information inside that particular asset. So this is much that you have to provide as per the connector guide, right? So once after that is done, we should able to see the response of this type. And now what I'm going to do, I'm going to click on send, and we should be able to get the response of 201 because it's a creation, right? If it's a normal get request, then it's a 200, right? Which is a successful status code. So now I should able to see 201, which is a successful status code for creation. So it should create an asset in the modern folder with this particular information that I've provided in the body. So I'm going to click on send. And if you see, we got 401. In the previous video also I have mentioned you why we will get this particular authorization issue is because, so if your refresh barrier token, whatever the barrier token that you have provided here, if you see, I haven't provided any barrier token. So this is most important thing. So just to take the barrier token. And also I have got 401 because we have discussed in the previous video that if the barrier token is expired, there is a limit during which the barrier token will be active, and after that you should refresh the token to get a new token and to access it, right? So for that, what I'm going to do, I'm going over here, and I have my request for authentication, right? So here I'm going to go and click on send. This will create a new barrier token. So just copy this one till only the access token part. Let me, okay, till here. Okay, just copy this whole data and go to your request, which is the one that you are accessing right now. Just paste it over here and click on send. So if you see, 201 and created. So it's also important to understand why we are getting certain issue. So this is something that I'm doing intentionally because then only if you don't get the expected status code, you should try to able to see what is the issue. If 401 is coming which is unauthorized, you try to see if the barrier token got expired or if you're actually providing the barrier token. So these are the few things that you have to consider. If you see in the connector guide also, they have provided authorization which we've missed. We are only following this one, right? So we have to cross check the guide also clearly so that we don't miss any of the inputs that needs to be provided for the request to send the particular response. Okay, so once after that's done, it's a 201. That means we should be able to see the asset here. Just come over here and the asset got created, and let's get into this and see the value of the asset, right? So it got created and it's a global value. So this is perfect, and we could able to create the asset in a modern folder, and the similar the way will be same as and when if you wanted to create asset in the classic folder, you just have to provide in the folder ID that is corresponding to that particular folder. No matter what, if it is a classic or modern, things remains the same. Just provide in the ID of that particular folder. So do watch the video if you don't know how to get the IDs of the folders. That will definitely give you a clear understanding of how to get it and access these folders. So this is all about how you can create an asset, and in the next videos I'm going to talk about how we can actually get all the assets and how we can actually edit all the assets. So these are the things that I'm going to concentrate on the next video. And also, once after this series is done, I'm going to tell you how we can do all these actions from the studio. That means by using HTTP request activity, and I have also done some videos on that, but in order to keep that continuity, I just used only Postman for the time being. So you can just check out those videos as well. Let me just tell you the playlist, and also I'll link the playlist in the description. So if you see here, we have HTTP request, So this is the playlist I was talking about. So here you already have two particular videos, right? Two particular videos under this playlist, which helps you to understand how to do authentication using HTTP request, and also how to get all the folders. So I hope this video is clear for you, and I hope, yeah, I have given enough understanding for you on this concepts. And also I will link all the videos links in the description. Do check it out, and also try it on your own. If you're facing any questions, do reach me out through LinkedIn profile, or you can comment it out in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching, and do subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss any of the future videos that I upload. Thank you so much for watching.